Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Golden Sunshine Healing Hour. I'm Sarah Ingraffia. I'm excited to be here with all of you today. Okay, I got some popping up. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to say hello to everyone that's popped in so far. Hi, Robert. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Ruth. Hello, Anthony. And Mama Carol. Hello, Richard. Hi, Teresa. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, and showing love. I love that. My website is goldensunshinehealing.com, and I have something new going on, something that I've never done before with this, and it's exciting because I'm doing a new release, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because there's some more that goes with that. But on my website, I added a new service that I do, some fairy oracle readings for the 12 months. So that's new on there if you're interested in that. And also, I'm doing a launch. I can't think of how many days we have left until October, but if you order right now with the new product that's coming out, that I'll be telling you about in a little bit, if you order between now and September 30th, then your pre-order will actually get you a free lip balm with your order. So, woohoo! Just a little fun incentive for all of you, and my thank you back to you as a gift for your pre-orders. So, that's going on now. And also tonight, if and when we get to messages, messages are freely given to all those who ask for one. And a donation is not necessary. However, if you would like to receive an additional perk during this live show, you may make a donation of $5 and above to receive head of the line privilege and a longer message. And note, any donation $4.99 and below, once I get past the $5 donations and above, once I get to the free messages, you'll be first in line for that. So, yay. And like always, any and all donations are very appreciated, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. So, and I'm grateful you're all here with me. Hi, Samir. I say you slipped in there. I'm seeing comments. I didn't see your name, so welcome, welcome. All right. So, I want to talk a little bit about, before I came on my show, I'm getting ahead of myself here. There's 3 ways that you can donate. You can donate right here on YouTube, Super Chat, Super Stickers, and my Venmo, Golden Sunshine Healing 24. Or you can, if you're on Rumble, then you can do a Rumble rant. So 3 beautiful ways to donate if you feel guided to do so. All right. So before my show, I seen that our very own Ruth Saltman, she made a post. She has a business as well, and hers is Mystic Impressions. And she's actually having a sale right now, 50% off. I'm not sure if it's select items or if it's the whole store. So if you would be able to put that in the comments for us, Ruth, to let us know. But she's having a sale, so be sure to check that out as well. With the holidays coming up, you can get your gifts ordered early. There we go. We can be ahead of the ball, right? And also, Goldylocks Productions has a myspreadshop.com/Goldylocks Productions. And there's so many beautiful designs on there that Tiffany has put on there for everyone. And each show has 2 designs for shirts or merchandise as a whole. So be sure to check those out too. And is the 20% off today too as well, Tiffany? I'm not sure. I know you mentioned it last night on your show that there was a 20% off. So I wasn't sure if that was still going on, but be sure to check out our Spreadshirt. And Ruth says just the mugs. Okay, thank you for that, Ruth. So just the mugs, 50% off. Yay. And Ruth says, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Yay. Tiffany said last day 20% off. And yeah, And so there's the link if you'd like to check that out. So woohoo, 20%, 50% off, woohoo. So how exciting. Then be sure to give this show a like and share if you feel so guided to share, because information is always needed, especially in these times right now when we need all the love and light that we can possibly spread out to everyone. So, and I greatly appreciate that. And it helps us as a whole. So when you're hitting that like button. And so we're moving on to our angel number for today, September 26th in 2022, of course. Then when we break that down, our angel number for today is a 5. Woohoo! So the message is abundance is a state of mind. When you feel rich spiritually, your physical life will reflect it. Ooh, so we're not just talking about materialistic money, but the abundance within, the abundance of happiness, the abundance of love, the abundance of sharing our light and our gifts with the world, because we all, every single one of us, have gifts to share with the world. We're all blessed with gifts. So, just fine-tuning those gifts, but just embracing that abundance that we have within ourselves to share with everyone. Hi, Carol Ann. Welcome. Robert says, a message sounds good. Oh, all right, Robert. I'll write you down. So if we get to messages tonight, you will be on the list. All right. So welcome, everyone. All right. So last week, I asked all of you what your favorite holiday or fall scents are, and there was a reason behind that. And I decided that I would make a new scented product, and those that gave their favorite scents from the last week's show, I would draw a name and I would send the winner the product as my thank you for helping give me ideas, because without not only do I rely on myself and my team to give me ideas of what to do next, I also like to know what you guys like too. So that helps me to be able to give you products that you love. So, and I love that because then I'm helping you guys. So, all right. And with that said, there were 9 people that shared their favorites. So I've added 7 of those of the 9 into the wheel, which I'm going to do here in a little bit to see who our winner is. Sorry. But I took 2 of the names out, of course, because my son, he agreed along with Tiffany's idea and my husband. So they both live with me and they get to smell all my creations as they're being made. So, and my son likes to help, which I love because then it gets his creative juices flowing and he helps give me ideas too. So it's always nice when we can include our kids in doing fun things like that. So, and it creates bonding time. Yay. So I'm just going to do a little 432 real quick before I get too much farther, because I feel like there's a little bit of going on in the throat chakra with someone, or it could be a couple, but I just feel a little bit here in the throat chakra area. So what I want you all to do, I'm going to hit the 432 and just take a deep breath in and release anything that is not serving your highest and greatest good. So let's clear that out of there. So here we go. I don't know if you can hear that. Ooh, that feels a lot better. Yay! Releasing. A lot of that needs to be done these days, just to allow the energy to flow to us and through us and not creating those blocks. And staying hydrated. I've been drinking so much water. The other day I drank 80 ounces. I'm like, geez, I don't know if I drank more water or I was in the bathroom more. Which one was it? But, you know, that goes hand in hand. But make sure you're drinking plenty and keeping yourself hydrated. So anyways, so the names that I've added to the Wheel of Names for tonight's drawing for the free product is Tiffany, Mama Carol, Ruth, Carol Ann, Richard, and Veronica. So, and Tiffany says that was very nice. Thank you, Sarah. You're welcome. It felt very nice. And I felt the release. So, yay. It's always good to break up those. Sometimes we need that release. So, yay. And allowing that high vibrational energy to penetrate through our crown chakras and just go flowing through our body and out into our Earth Star. And allowing that love just to flow out. So before we get to who won, let me tell you what product you'll be getting. And we had amazing ideas. So thank you all for that. We had apples and cinnamon and pumpkin spice and musky rose and bergamot and cinnamon. So I chose cinnamon. I'm going to do a cinnamon beeswax candle, and I choose the highest quality ingredients. So a cinnamon essential oil is what I will be using to create these beeswax candles. So yay, I'm excited for that. And I do have an apple pie beeswax candle, and I thought about adding a little bit of cinnamon to that just to spice it up a little bit for the holidays. So we might try that too. So you never know what might come up next. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right. So right now, the only size of those candles that I have is 4-ounce candles. But I love for the holiday season when they bring out the scented pine cones, because you walk in that area and it's just, it just takes you back to being in nature and just like we're outside. So I decided this year, the previous year I collected a whole bunch of pine cones that were in our yard because our neighbor has a couple pine trees back there. And also I was collecting all those and I had a couple bags full of them. So I decided this year I'm going to take, it's pretty easy though. You just take some little bit of water and mix some cinnamon essential oil and spray it on your pine cones and let it dry. And then you have fresh cinnamon pine cones. You could probably do that with whatever, and the energy's changing up, products that you would want, any items that you'd want to spritz that on, and maybe some old potpourri that you have just to give it that holiday scent. But it's one of my favorites too, so I decided I wanted to try doing that because it'll be fun, and not only that, I can include my son in doing that with me as well. So, and of course, I don't go in my neighbor's yard hunting for the pine cones. No way. So, all right. Let's see here. All right. I thought I missed something, but all right. So I have an announcement that when I posted my show today, I mentioned that there was a big announcement that I have. So here it is. Starting today is my last Monday at 8 p.m. And my new show day and time are going to be Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So woohoo! So starting October 5th, you can catch my show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So yay! That's my big announcement for you all. So be sure to check out the new day. All right. So we always have to go with the flow, and changes are good. So, yes. So it's going to be good. So I hope to see you all there. All right. So a little bit of information that they wanted me to share with all of you. And then I have some other stuff we can talk about. And then if we have time, I will give messages as time allows. So, all right. This year as a whole has been very, very powerful for me. And I'm sure it's been for everyone too as a whole, because there's been a lot that's happened. And I'm not talking like news wise. I'm talking about energetic wise and just expanding and growing and ascending. Just so much going on. And so many people, you know, as we know, have shown true colors. And I'm very blessed. And I know we each have experienced this too. But when that happens and that energy doesn't match ours anymore, then they kind of fall away. And sometimes, well, it's always for our highest and greatest good, but sometimes we get kind of stuck in the, I can't believe they've been a good friend for blah, blah amount of years or whatnot. And so sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture, like, what is this? Okay, from them falling away from me, what was it that was going on there? You know, were they not ascending with me? Or, you know, was some of the stuff, were they not being, you know, just all kinds of things that go through our heads. And we just have to look at the bigger picture and just know that it's for our highest and greatest good always. So, but that's one thing that I've noticed a lot this year is as I'm ascending and growing, I feel a lot of things have fallen away from me. Which is fine because growth is good, like I said. And as we're growing and expanding as individuals, we gravitate towards everything and everyone that is meant to be in our lives and where we are in this present moment. So we need to remember that we need to live in the here and now, be here and now. And yeah, because a lot of times if you're stuck, you know, thinking about the stuff in the past, you know, that can create, you know, sadness, and it can create all those things that we don't want to put on ourselves. And if you're looking too much, you know, and oh no, this has got to happen here and this has got to happen there, and you kind of stress yourself out about future events, then you're going to give yourself anxiety, and you don't want to do that either. So you want to be sure you're staying in the present moment and just enjoy every single second as it is happening, if I can get my words out. Woo! And so yes, and one huge thing that all these experiences has shown me is that I was not relying on myself 100%. And we need to be sure that we're doing that. And I confide in friends that I should have been confiding in myself, you know, and with connecting with our higher selves. And being my own best friend, you know, and giving myself that pep talk every day. You know, you're beautiful, you're smart, you know, we've got this, we can do this. This is a brand new day. It's a brand new day to do whatever we want to create today. What is it that I want to create today? And go with that. And let your guidance, let your intuition guide you on what to do today or who to help today or where to shine your beautiful lights. And so when we don't fully give ourselves the power, then we give that power to others. And we don't want to do that because then that, you know, we're not allowing our true selves to be there. And so only we know what's best for us. No one else. Only we. Only us. And it has also pushed me to finally heal and release those things that I've buried for all these years. However, I need a bigger space. However, working on myself has been the best gift that I have ever given myself. And it's the best gift that all of you can give yourselves as well. Because self-care and that self-love is 100% important. So be sure to give that 100% to yourself. And Robert says, I have a slight sore throat. Aw. Well, sending lots of love and lots of healing to you, Robert, for healing for your sore throat. Ooh. Let's all send Robert some healing energy. Let's see, where was I here? All right, one thing that I've learned about myself is that I'm a hugger. And it sounds silly, but it took me so long to figure it out, you know. And so my love language is physical touch, which includes hugs. So, and I didn't realize it for so long that, every time I see someone like, oh, hey, and, I know some people don't like that. They're like, stay away, don't touch me. But I'm that person, like, come here and give me hugs. So, but I've also heard that term love language for many, many years, but I never actually really gave it much thought until I realized that thing about me, that I'm a hugger. So it made me really dig deeper and ask myself, what is love language? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Like, what is my love language? And if you haven't, sit down with a pad of paper and just think of like, how do you like people to treat you? Or as far as love goes, like, what is it that makes you feel joy? Like, with me giving hugs, that makes me feel happiness within myself because I'm giving that joy to somebody else. I'm giving someone else that comfort in that moment, that sharing that love energy, that love space. And it can go a long way. So if you haven't done that, just sit down for a few minutes and just jot it down. It's kind of fun to actually find out because you learn more about yourself. So more on that on the self-care for yourself. And so some people don't like physical touch, which is totally fine. It's fine. But this is another example of why it's important to get to know who you are. Get to know who we are. Only you know what you truly want in all ways. So you have to be able to know if you're looking for, a relationship or whatever, you have to know, what is your oohs and ahs and what's the, I don't think so, because if you're not that physical person where you like having hugs all the time, you're not going to get with a person that is the hugger, because it's not going to mesh well because you're going to be like wanting to push them away. So it's finding, what makes you tick. And music is something that's always been very important to me. And in 4th and 5th grade, I was in choir and I absolutely loved it. Well, and one of my good friends back then was in the choir with me. So, we can kind of be silly together. And after the school things, we could hang out together. But it was fun. And it moved my interest in listening to music every day. I just love music so much. And then, CDs came out, and then we had the cassettes, then we had the CDs, and then came karaoke. Woo woo. And that was my ticket. I was like, heck yes. And I've had so much dang fun with it, and I used to want to be a singer as my profession. But then I learned, the ins and outs of, we all know, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole tonight, but then I learned what all it involved. So I quickly changed my mind. So, however, though, I enjoy singing on my singing site that I'm on and also going live. I have a singing page on Facebook, that I do. I just, it's invite only, of course, because, it's just a fun little area to just let loose and have fun. But anyways, so that's something that I like to do too, just to kind of let loose and have some fun. And there's still ways, by doing that, I'm still achieving that dream of singing, but just in a different way. I'm not famous and I'm not, putting the records out in the stores, but I'm still having fun and people can still listen to my singing. And that brings me joy because I can take, with the karaoke, if you'd like to hear me sing a certain song, then I can sing it for you, So that brings joy in a whole different way. I'm just not making the money, which is fine with me because I'd rather have the love. So anyways, but I wanted to share that. So finding what you love to do, find that passion. And Ruth says, I'm going to catch up on these comments a little bit here. Ruth says, healing energy coming your way. Aw. Everyone's sharing love and light with you, Robert. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. And Robert says his sore throat started earlier today. Aw. I know sometimes with the change of the weather, that usually happens to me too. And I know a good remedy that I do when I start feeling a sore throat. I take some ginger root. I don't know. I cut up about this much of it. I put a lot just because there's a lot of vitamin C and stuff and a lot of good vitamins in there. And I put that in there, and I usually do like 3 to 5 lemons just because I love the taste of lemons and that added vitamin C. So I take those and I put it together, and I add raw honey, of course, and some cinnamon sticks, some raw cinnamon sticks. And I also take some water and I boil it, and I don't do caffeinated with teas because too much caffeine, it just gets me too wound up. So I do the decaf green tea, and I add that into that mixture, and I let it cool down, of course, and then I drink on it. But when I'm starting to get a sore throat or start feeling myself catching a cold, then I'll do that. When I get up, I'll drink one, and I usually have a big old glass of it too. I drink every bit of it, and I'll have one in the morning when I get up, and then right before I go to bed, I'll drink another one. So maybe that can help you a little bit with some good remedies, all natural, to help you knock that out of there. All right, I'm going to go back up here a little bit here. And Richard says, I am, oh, you're a hugger too. Yay. But I do respect someone's boundary. Yes. Always have to respect the boundaries. And it sounds so silly that it took me this long to figure that out about myself, but it's like, I really do love giving hugs. Ruth says you have a beautiful voice, Sarah. Oh, thank you so much, Ruth. I greatly appreciate that. I do. Anthony says, I agree, Ruth. Oh, hey, Melissa. Thanks for being here. All right. And Tiffany says, oh, yes, Sarah has such a beautiful angelic voice. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Aw, you guys are awesome. All right. Let's see here. Oh, and here's a little funny story for all of you. They wanted me to share this. I was thinking of it, and I'm like, I should talk about this tonight, and they really wanted me to share because it's kind of funny. So, and laughter's good for us. So, and it goes along with what we're talking about tonight. So, of staying true to yourself. So, in high school, we had these days to where we could job shadow and do the career, like what career we wanted to do when we got out of high school. And I, of course, always wanted to be a singer. So I thought, how in the world do I go and job shadow, a famous singer or a singer, and because nobody else in the class wanted to do that. So right then and there, before I got out of my shell, I was scared to death to have to go by myself anyway. So I thought, how in the world am I going to do this? And so I had no idea. So I just kind of went with what the majority of the class wanted to do as theirs. A lot of people wanted to be a veterinarian. So I think it was like 5 or 6 of us. And so we all, that day when the job shadow day came, we all went to the local vet. And of course, that day they were doing a castration on a dog. And I was like, are you serious right now? What in the world did I just sign myself up to see? And I thought, oh my goodness. And my hats off to those that can do that. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to have our pets to have, surgeries and stuff. But I thought, wow, okay. I should have figured it out on how to job shadow somebody that could sing, because following the crowd doesn't always get you what our true selves really want. So that definitely was like, oh my goodness. And that was like a serious lesson for me to start listening to my own self, because not something I'd ever want to see again. So, So always go with what you want. So, and don't go with the crowd. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. It was just so funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. All right. So next time job shadow day comes around, I'm just going to say, I don't know. That way I can just stay at school and I can just study. Oh, shoot. But anyways, so there's a little bit I want to talk to you all about today that's happening. Some of you may know and some may not know, but anyways, with today, September 26th, right? Yeah. The new moon is occurring as Jupiter nears the opposition or its closest point to Earth for the year. And that will occur, of course, Monday, September 26th, will mark Jupiter's closest approach to Earth in 59 years. Woo woo! So the moon phases reveal the passage of time in the night sky. I think that's so cool. But so I have a little bit of information on that just to help give a little bit of, idea on the new moon and everything. And then we'll see where we're at on time. All right. So new moon in Libra, a relationship reset. So it kind of goes along. The information that I got channeled for tonight's show actually was last night. So I was sitting there and I was writing this information that they were giving me. And then I see it came across this today and I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize. Woo. And it goes along with what we just talked about. So, and I love how it all connects together. So, and they keep changing, making me burp and changing the energy. So, woo, I love it. This new moon brings an unexpected awakening, and we are now seeing where we have been holding back and limiting ourselves. Things are turning around in the most magnificent way as we realize we have the ability to dramatically transform all areas of our lives, in particular our significant relationships. This is a time for open and honest, clear communication and expressing our emotions. So don't be afraid to release those emotions. Let them out. If you have something you want to say to someone, say it. Get it out. Don't allow that block to be there in that throat chakra. Speak your truth. Speak your words. Get those out. So some things that you can be experiencing: recognizing imbalance, redirecting our energy, unhealed wounds, resurfacing for healing, which I know that happens a lot when we haven't fully healed something. So it's not bad if something keeps popping up. It just means there's more that needs to be released and healed with that. So allow that process to happen. Closure, switching belief system from lack to abundance, like what our angel number was talking about too. So it fits together. Magnetically attracting love, luck, and prosperity, integrating lessons, revelations, taking accountability, compromising, finding balance, peaceful partnerships. And they're also talking about synchronistic numbers that you may be seeing, which I know a lot of us see, like 222, 333. And some days I know I see every hour the 222, 333, 444. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Okay, what is it that I need to pay attention to today? Because, I love when it lines up like that, especially all day. So just keep an eye out for those numbers and those signs that they're sending you. So, as we experience a new moon of Libra that invites us to discover new ways of relating with both others and ourselves. New moons are all about beginnings, and they are they start of a new cycle. Good Lord. If I could read, it would help. I get so ahead of myself that, okay. Anyways, I apologize. So new moons are all about beginning and the start of a new cycle of growth. New cycles. So the moon is still invisible from our perspective, emphasizing the importance of turning inward to be able to set intentions and plant those seeds from an aligned and conscious place. So this month, the moon meets the sun in the sign of the scales, beginning a cycle centered around mastery of the realm of relationships. So woohoo! So don't forget including those relationships, not just out, but within as well. Building that 100% with ourselves, remember. So new moon in Libra, karmic encounters and synchronicities. Libra is the 7th zodiac sign and the first one through which we enter the social spheres as equals, beginning the process of integration into the collective that unfolds as we process through the second half of the zodiac. At the Libra stage of our evolutionary journey, we learn that relationships are an essential part of life. We gain awareness of the way we participate in connections, and by exploring that, we learn more about ourselves through a process of comparison. We objectively recognize what is fair, and we establish adjustments that increase harmony, equality, and balance, exploring how to achieve win-win solutions that embrace everyone's reality and experience. So woohoo, finding that balance within ourselves. In meditation, doing meditations and, in centering ourselves, finding that balance. I am in perfect harmonious balance. That's what I do when I'm doing my meditations. I like to say that I am in perfect harmonious balance, and then using my tuning fork to just bring in that high vibrational energy. Woo! So the Libra New Moon could be a time of karmic encounters and fated meetings, connections that begin now and may come with a feeling of destiny and synchronicity. This cosmic event is likely to correspond to the start of new relationships, collaborations, and partnerships that have the potential to be different from what we experienced before, if we navigate them consciously. Around this time, existing relationships could change their form, and our social circles may expand or they may shift. And that's okay. Just like we mentioned a little while ago, we have to allow that process to take place. We may realize that our current boundaries are no longer serving us or our health of our connections, and decide to explore new ones. So I'm talking a little bit about New Moon and Libra, new ways of relating. So this Libra New Moon is inviting us to evaluate how the relationship we have established with ourselves is being reflected in our relationships with other people and vice versa. So remember that how we want to be treated, how we treat ourselves is showing people how we want to be treated. So be sure that what you're putting out is what you're wanting to receive. So keep that in mind too. We may discover that if we adjust the way we are showing up for ourselves, the dynamics and patterns of our external relationship shift accordingly. So those that are not on the vibration level that we're going to fall away a little bit. So I'll just let it be. It is a good time to reflect and journal upon what type of change would be required on our part to attract and maintain the kind of connections we desire, and see what happens if we work on that. So doing a little more journaling. So when you're doing that, figuring out that love language that I was talking about, you can do the journaling for this as well on what you want to attract and what your goals are and your dreams are. Just journal all that stuff. Get to know you. The presence of Venus in the sign of Virgo represents an invitation to be more self-contained and discerning relative to the type of relationships we participate in, the social setting we choose, and the amount of time and attention we invest in our connections. Be gentle with yourself, too. Be gentle with yourself. That's what they're wanting me to tell you right now. All right. So this configuration reminds us to consider the broader energetic impact of our decisions and our participation in certain situations, relationships, and dynamics. We have an opportunity to evaluate and reflect on whether or not our choices are nourishing us, are in alignment with our values, and are enhancing our overall health and well-being. So making a little bit healthier choices for ourselves as well, not just as far as relationships go, but food-wise. And, what are we watching? What are we reading? What are we giving ourselves to? And what are we saying to ourselves? Are we saying negative things to like, you're never going to achieve that? Well, then you don't put that out there for yourself. Say, we will get this. It may take a little bit of time, but baby steps and we will get there. Small steps lead to big journeys. So don't doubt yourself. Allow yourself to be able to succeed, because you will. Sometimes we may be on this path and something happens and now we're shot over here. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. So it's okay if we're shot over here, and maybe a couple years down the road, now we're going back on this journey that we were on for this, just, it's okay. So maybe there's a reason we're going this way. Everything happens for a reason. So the Libra New Moon invites us to deepen our awareness of how we relate with others and how that affects us, calling for deeper discernment regarding how we connect and with whom, what boundaries are in place, and how communication is set up. This lunation is an opportunity to explore new ways of relating and connecting, and to align our relationship choices with the changes that have been taking place within ourselves. Yay! So, I know it was a lot, but I felt that it was important to share all that because, it went along with what we were talking about earlier, what was channeled to me. So, woohoo! All right. So, now that we talked about all that, and I'm just going to mention it again just in case anyone else is tuning in that missed this announcement a little while ago. Today is my last show day on Mondays, and my new show day will be Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to check me out on my new day starting October 5th. So, woo-hoo! I'll be sharing... I'll be on at 4 p.m. and then our beautiful Ruth will be on at 8 p.m. So, woohoo, powerful day for sure. So, all right. Whew. So, if anyone would like a message tonight, feel free to put it in the comments, and I will get to everyone as long as our time is permitted. And if we don't get to everyone, I will get to you first when we get to messages next week. So, all right. I know Robert mentioned that he would like a message earlier, and I wrote that down. So Richard says, message, please. Okay. And Tiffany says, wow, next week is October. I know. This week is going by so darn fast. I can't believe it. And like I said, my favorite is like the spring and then summer. Not when it gets to be like 100 degrees. That's like, woo. But I like it hot because I'm always cold, even in the summertime. I don't know. I think I was born with a freezer inside or something. I don't know. It's broke. Something's broken. Just kidding. All right. And Mama Carol. And then Samir would love a message. All right. Whew. All right. So, but yeah, and this week we have our yearly fair that comes into town, and it's so funny because usually the weather, it's like it'll be nice all around the fair time, and then that week it's like today, because it just started today, the weather, it was 59 degrees. Because before my show, we went up and we're checking it out a little bit. And my son played a couple games. And it was just like, goodness, it was so cold. Our hands were frozen. And like when it was kind of like spitting a little bit of rain at us. And I thought, goodness, 59 degrees. I'm not ready for this yet. I like wearing sandals. I don't like putting socks on. I'm not ready to have to wear socks all the time. And Teresa said, would love a message. All right, Teresa. All right. I think I got that. All right. Yeah, I did. All right. So let's do Robert. Whew. And I'm going to do the tuning fork for everyone before. Kind of helps to, because with everybody's, energies and loved ones and everyone that wants to join in our sacred circle, it just kind of helps to, this is for Robert. So let's clear that space. Whew. Whew. Wow. All right, Robert, this is exciting. Right away, as I'm tuning into you, your unicorn is stepping forward. And how do they want me to say this? It's time to go for a ride, Robert, is what they're saying. Get on and let's go for a journey. They're ready to take you on a new journey. Woo! And I see you, I see you on your unicorn, on the back of your unicorn. And your unicorn's going to take you, and they're going to guide you to this new journey and this new path that they want you to take. Wow. And it's a very, very, very powerful journey. Woo. I got chills all over my body. And tonight I'm using the spirit messages by John Holland. Yay. So, all right. So be ready for changes, be ready for more work with your elementals, because they're really, really, really wanting to work with you more. And they're ready for you to take that journey with them. Woo! Robert. And I'm still seeing those symbols surrounding you too, so that comes into play with your unicorn coming forward as well. So I'm still seeing those symbols surrounding you. Okay. Stop, they say. Self-love, Robert. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Ooh, and I feel like you're such a loving person and giving person. So allow that flower within you to blossom and grow and expand even more than what you already are. And also giving yourself that self-care as well, especially now with the oncome of your sore throat. So giving yourself those extra vitamins and extra minerals right now in this time is what your body is really needing. And using and maybe some orange juice, get some oranges and fresh squeeze orange juice for yourself and get that vitamin C and get that in you to help boost that immune system. So some self-love and self-care is what they're saying. And maybe take some time, maybe take a little downtime and rest, just rest. Allow your body that time to rest and heal. So I will leave that with you, Robert. Thank you. All right. Moving right along. Okay, Richard. Oh, do the 432. Richard. Woohoo! Yay! Powerful night. All right. I see. Let's see. They're green. I see two green dragons. They're standing here beside you. And they're telling you and reminding you, we're here and we're protecting you. We're protecting you. And to remind yourself to be sure that you're grounding yourself when you're doing your work, your healing work, giving messages. Be sure that you're grounding yourself. And also not staying connected to someone else's energy as well. Make sure that you're unhooking from that and vice versa. You from them and them from you. So they're wanting to emphasize that. And also I'm seeing the karaoke again. So I feel like something with karaoke, not just you going and singing the karaoke, but I feel like you're going to be like the head of it. I'm not sure what it's called. A karaoke DJ is what I'm going to say it because for better words. But I see you kind of like being the lead of that. And, and in the rotation of doing the songs, you'll be singing too. So I feel like there's going to be a lot more of that also. So, and music surrounding you. So, yay. That sounds fun. That sounds like something fun. Too bad we didn't live closer, because if you were starting to do that, then I'd be fun to come join your karaoke session. All right. So Richard. A KJ, thank you. Yes. Because that's going to bring a lot of happiness for you, because that's something that you love to do, and you love helping people too. So that'll be something that would be fun for you and bring joy. All right, Richard. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, you got the same card, Richard. Self-love. So now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Ooh, so there's that beautiful rose of love in your heart chakra. And they're changing the energy for that. So just allowing yourself that self-love and self-care, following your dreams, following your heart. What is it that you want to manifest, Richard? What is it that you want to bring to your life? And put that out there and create that space for abundance and things to come to you. Allow yourself that, and that self-love and self-care as well. So yay. And take also a little fun time for yourself too. Just take the day off, or on your day off, just have a fun day. Fun day. So I will leave that with you, Richard. All right. Mama Carol. All right, so let me clear these. All right. Mama Carol. Ooh, I've got to write this down real quick. The wheel. I have to announce the winner. It just popped in. Don't forget. Okay. Sorry. All right. Mama Carol. I feel like kind of like a little bit of tenseness in my body. So are you taking some time to, like, if your body's feeling tired, are you taking the time to just take a nap when you feel like you need to take a nap, and giving yourself that time? Maybe soak in the bath, get some Epsom salts and soak in a bath and just relax. Put on a little bit of relaxing music. Put your radio in there or your phone and just put on some relaxing music and just tune the world out for a little bit and just relax and soak. All right. And, but I'm hearing music playing in the background too. And you singing a little bit with it too. So relax time, slow down and relax time. Richard says, thank you, Sarah. You're welcome. Hello, Linnell. Shining your beautiful light with us in our space tonight. Thank you for being here. All right, Mama Carol. Ooh, and I just see little swirlies around you too. So there's lots of energy flowing around you. And using that intuition. They're very proud of you for standing firm and using that intuition. And it's only going to get stronger and stronger. The more you use it, the stronger it's going to get. So, whoa, continue doing that. I just dropped half the deck. All right. Well, all right. We got a different card this time. Oh, that's funny. Soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you. So take that time for yourself. Just like what we were just talking about, some self-love and self-care, and allow yourself to expand and grow, because it's only going to get better and better. So, all right, I will leave that with you, Mama Carol. All right. Oh, I'm going to do Samir and, okay, so here we go. Samir. Ooh, okay. So Samir, right away, the words that I'm hearing is releasing, and releasing. So, I feel like you've done some releasing work, but I feel like there's more, and like what we were talking about with the new moon, things will be coming to the surface that need to be worked on more if they haven't been fully healed. And they're wanting you to recognize that when they come up, don't push them aside anymore. They're wanting you to face them head on, and they're wanting you to finally release this and put out that forgiveness as well, not just for them, but for yourself, so that you can finally move forward with it. So allow yourself to have that release. All right. Samir. All right. Vulnerability. This is a confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow misguided sense of feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. So being vulnerable doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, because when we open ourselves up and we allow ourselves to dig deep within ourselves, we need to do that in order to grow. So and it's focusing on the heart chakra. So allowing that heart chakra space, go within that heart chakra space and live from that love and live from that light. And and don't allow fear to step in the way, because sometimes it's scary when we do go into that unknown. But allow yourself to do that, because when we release fear, then that's when we fly. So allow yourself to fly. All right. I will leave that with you. Thank you so much. And Mama Carol and Samir both say thank you. You're very welcome. All right. Teresa. Okay, we still have time. All right. Teresa. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, they're showing me this huge pot of chili. So I'm not sure if you recently cooked chili or if you plan on it or you're going to have a family gathering, but I feel it's like kind of like a feast type thing. And this chili, they're showing me this big bowl or this big pot of chili. So it smells delicious. But I feel like you're going to be cooking here soon. Coming soon, you're going to be doing a lot of cooking, and I see people gathered around, so kind of like a get together. So that sounds fun. Whoops! All right, I almost dropped the whole thing again. All right, Teresa. Teresa. All right, speed it up here so we can get the wheel real quick. Teresa. Okay. Oh, wow. Soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. So take time out for you too. Don't forget yourself. Yourself is important. Very, very important. And allow yourself to take a downtime day, or maybe go shopping, grab one of your friends and go shopping, go have fun. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, do that. Take a little bit of time for yourself, or maybe sit down and journal. So, all right. I will leave that with you, Teresa. All right, real quick, I already have it set up on my phone so that all I had to do was hit a button to see who our winner was. Oh, I thought I did. Shoot. All right. Here we go. So I have the wheel of names. Again, we have Richard, Jody, Carol Ann, Mama Carol, Ruth, Tiffany, and Veronica. All right. So let's see who our winner is for the cinnamon 4-ounce candle, the new product. All right, here we go. Woo, woo. It's going, going, going. And our winner is Ruth. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Ruth on there. So congratulations, Ruth. I will get with you. And congratulations on winning that. All right. Yay. Thank you all so much. And don't forget, tune in on October 5th, Wednesday at 4 p.m. for my new show time and day. All right. So I thank you all for spending this time with me in the sacred circle, and I wish much peace, love, and harmony to each and every one of you. And until we meet again on October 5th at 4 p.m., much love to all.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.